Hey everybody, welcome back to Conversation with Jay. I'm your host, I'm Minister Jay Willis. I'm so stoked, so excited. I'm talking about somebody inspired me to make my own hoodies, like real talk. Like this person don't even know how much I am a fan of his, a supporter of his, and I'm so honored to have him on the show. I want everybody to welcome my guest, Mr. Jermaine Gaines. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Whoop, whoop. What's good, bro?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm just trying to make something out of myself. That's all. I'm just trying to make something out of myself.
Love it, love it,
How you doing, though?
man. I'm doing phenomenal, man. It's a pleasure and an honor to be on here with you.
Oh man, I appreciate you. I appreciate it. So what I'm gonna do, man, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. For the people that don't know you, I know you. Just tell people who you are and where you from and what you do and stuff.
My name is Jermaine Gaines. I'm a motivational speaker. My background is sales, as well as ministry, and yeah, like I get the opportunity to go to different high schools, colleges, churches, corporations, and motivate and challenge and inspire people to manifest their greatness.
That's what's up, man. I love it. I love it. I'm a huge fan. I remember you was at the Christian Lounge, and you said that you don't even know the story. You was like, I was just going. You was doing hoodies or doing clothes, and you was rapping, and you basically said, I was inspired to do it myself, and you bought you a heat press, and you started to press your own stuff, bro. And when I tell you, I was like, wait a minute. I didn't even because I never knew like how people did the clothes and the vinyl. I never knew that, and I always desired to do it. So to
Yeah,
watch you just come out and say, "Hey, I'm finna throw out my shirt. I don't care. Whoever wanted, just throw y'all hands up." And my wife been knowing you for a while, way before we got married, like in her past. And so you gave her the shirt, and I'm like, that is dope. How can he do that? And then I'm like, if we at the same event and we hang around the same people, I'm no different. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta get inspired too. So that really, I just wanted to tell you, bro, that really, really, really inspired me when you did that. Like for real.
wow,
No, not because you're on the show, not none of that. Like that's a
yeah,
true story, bro. Like
wow,
I can't even show you. Well, I guess I can. It's my show. Brought my heat press.
wow.
Shortly after that, I started making my own, like practicing with my own stuff and everything like that, bro. So thank you
Facts.
for inspiring me, you know. So
Amen. Amen.
yeah, so what got you into motivation speaking and um what got you into all of this stuff? Like what inspired what broke the deal for you? Like what popped that bottle for you and say, you know what, I'm about to explode.
All right, so man, man, where do I start? Well, I started. I preached my first sermon slash first lesson. I was 14 years old, and then from time to time, you speak here and there when you get asked or requested to speak. Well, I remember going to an event, and it was like a little short window of time. It was a few events that I had done that when I got done speaking, it was people coming up to me saying, "Yo, what you said really helped me." Right? Like your music is dope, but what you said really helped me. And I got to the point where I realized that even when I was younger, I knew I was called to speak. Right. So I got to the point where it was like, cool, I'm still going to rap whenever I'm requested, but I'm actually going to focus in on inspiring people with my words. Right. So I kind of shifted more into the speaking side of it. And what ended up making me go the motivational route is that I realized that I was called to more than just the church, right? So, growing up, I know that I always dealt with having a desire for God, but at the same time having goals and dreams. And so I
Yes.
realized that God wanted to partner with my dreams, partner with me in my ambitions, and give Him glory as I do it. So I realized that everybody's not going to go sit in a church and hear the gospel. And so I said, you know what? What is it inside of me? What can I do that will inspire people so
Hmm.
that way I can actually reach the church, but at the same time I can reach the people that are not in the church. And as a byproduct of them following my whether my Instagram, my Facebook, etc., they'll see the gospel in me, right? And they'll know that I'm a believer. But now I can actually inspire people from a place of helping them get to the next level.
Got it. I love that, man. A lot of people don't know about this about me. I got started ministering when I was 12. I was
Mm,
saved early. Like I was
yeah,
saved at like 10, but I was
yeah,
truly delivered. I rededicated my life to Christ at 18. The
yeah,
reason being is because being raised in church, my granddaddy was a pastor. My mom and dad was pastoring at the time. So I really didn't really have no other choice. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah,
could have
yeah, yeah.
did other stuff, but I one thing I was drawn to was music and ministry, like all my life. So being a young preacher and not really having nothing to do other than preach, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I had to learn that there's more people that's out there that ain't in the house, that needs the
Yeah,
word too. So
yeah.
that's dope that you mentioned that, because I think a lot of people need to know that just because you're not holding the mic inside of a sanctuary don't mean you don't have a ministry. And
Facts.
I that's why I appreciate you so much, because you're showing people that you still have a ministry. I don't have to just always have a mic at a church, or I ain't got to wait on the quote quote steps of a man to ordain me when God has already put the word in my mouth and put it in my heart. So I'm glad you touched on that.
Facts.
One of your sayings though, okay, you talked about what got you in motivation. What got you in fitness? Because I'm jealous. Like I got this woman in, I'm just saying, I got this lady in St. Louis. Shout out to Ramona Hines. I can say her name. I got this lady in St. Louis, and bro, she all like, you need to get with that young man. The young dark skinned man. I don't know what that's all about, but you need to get with your man. Is that his name? And I'm like, look,
That is
I he
funny.
go he go to the extent of a level I'm not trying to go to just yet. I'm
That
not trying to
is
feel like I'm
funny.
bullied when I go to the gym. I want to, but no. But what got you into fitness, bro? Because you inspire a lot of people you don't even know, like the lady in St. Louis.
Man, man, that's super dope, bro. That's super dope. Okay,
Like for
so
real.
okay, so first, I don't bully people. Okay, we're gonna start there. I ain't bullying nobody in the gym.
I said
Oh
I don't want to
man.
feel bullied.
No, I got you. I got you. Shoot. But here's the thing. A lot of people, the really interesting thing about greatness, right? And obviously I'll
Oh,
talk
don't
about
go there
greatness.
yet. Not
No,
yet.
I'm not. But
Okay,
the
okay.
really interesting thing about greatness is that I always tell people greatness looks like foolishness to the untrained eye, right?
Wow.
So you would see me. So I'm going down the vein that you just said. What most people you see me and be like, "Yo, you killing it? You working out in the gym?" But what you didn't see, and maybe you saw a portion of it because I was fat, right? I was 277 pounds. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
my
it
goodness.
got bad. Like I would bend down and I would tie my shoes up, and by the time I would stand up, I would be out of breath, right? And I remember it was specifically one day, like I was still going to the gym every now and then. I would shoot the ball, like kind of hoop playing pickup, but I ain't really like doing no extra, like other than really shooting. I ain't really playing defense, that kind of deal, right? But I could shoot. I've always been able to shoot.
Mhm.
Well, one day I go to the gym, and at the time I had a Fitness Connection membership or whatever. And this is like right around that time where Corona was like, started kind of doing this thing. Well, before the gyms got shut down, I'm at the gym and I'm on the phone because I wanted to just see if anybody was hooping, right? And so
Mhm.
I walk in
Yeah.
the gym and I didn't even have hooping clothes on. Like I walked in and I still had on street clothes, right? But
Wow.
I always keep hooping clothes in my car typically. So I go in
Mhm.
and I end up getting a phone call. Well, when I get the phone call, I ended up sitting on one of the machine, the fly machine, but where I sit at, it's a reflection of me in the mirror. right?
Wow.
And
Wow.
if you follow me anytime on Facebook or Instagram, you would see that picture. That picture is a picture that I would say is a very pivotal point that has changed and saved my life, right? Because I think that every person has a moment where you get to a fork in the road and you got to choose which route or which path you're going to take moving forward. And I decided to change my life, right? Because I'm looking in that mirror and I'm like, my natural body weight is 170, 175. How did I let myself get here? Right? I'm 277 pounds. I'm looking at that picture and I made the decision that day, never again in my life will I be that size. Right?
Wow.
And so I started out I started out doing three things. I started out walking basically a mile to 2 miles a day, which came out to 30 minutes to an hour a day. Okay. So nothing major. I wasn't in anybody's weight room at all. I would just get up and I would walk 30 minutes to an hour a day. I started drinking a gallon of water a day. And I started taking these three, it's a 3-capsule system. I started taking these 3 capsules. And the 3 capsules, one gives me energy, gives me mental clarity. Everybody needs energy and mental clarity. The second one is a detox capsule. It promotes good gut health. It pushes all the toxins out of your body. And I'm not talking about putting you in the restroom. I'm saying it actually burns the toxins out of your body. And then a third capsule, it's a sleep capsule. And that's where your body heals itself. So I started taking that capsule and it activated my bioavailability so my body could actually respond to the nutrients that I was putting in it. It could actually process the nutrients. And I started taking those 3 capsules and I dropped 40 pounds in 60 days. Wow. This is before I ever got in the gym. Before I ever touched the weights in the gym. This was just me walking, drinking water, and taking my capsules. And then I started changing my eating, right? So for me, and then I started getting in the weight room. So it's an evolution. I think a lot of the time we see somebody like at the peak of their where they are, whether that's financially, whether that's physically, whether that's spiritually, and we think that they got there overnight because we see where they are. And the problem with comparison is we always compare where somebody is, whatever their heights are, but we compare them to whatever our weaknesses are. So we're always going to be in a losing situation. So that's one of the reasons why comparison is the enemy of joy. It's not that you can't compare to that person. It's that when you do compare to that person, you say, well, they're 6'5" and I'm 5'10". You say, well, they got money and I don't. You say, well, they just bought a house and I don't. You say, well, they just got a new car and I'm driving this. You say, well, they just got married and I'm not. Like, you're always going to compare whatever their strengths are to your weaknesses. That's the way that we compare, right? And so anytime somebody comes and works out with me, whatever I'm working out with, I let them know that their journey is their journey. Because it's their journey. It's not, their journey is not my journey. Their journey is their journey, right? And so maybe somebody else, they didn't get as bad to the point where they're out of breath when they're tying their shoes up. That's where I was. Yeah. Somebody else, they just started working out because they already knew they was already in shape, and they just said, you know what, I need to lose 10 pounds. Cool. For me, I need to lose 90. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So that's what got me into working out, man. I just made the decision one day. I was looking at that picture and I said, never again in my life will I allow myself to get here, because I'm getting on stages and I'm talking to people about all the things that they can have, that they can do, where they can go, what they can accomplish. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm saying, how dare I if I'm not eating from the same tree?
Wow. Wow. That's so good, bro. I mean, we could stay there all day. That's so good. This is my last question. We got 20 minutes. So it's already been 15 minutes. So this is my last question. What do you mean when you say choose greatness? Because is greatness a choice? Like when you say choose it. Absolutely. Okay. I really want to talk about the cost of greatness, the choice of greatness, and the decisions that makes us great. The cost of greatness, the choice of greatness, and the decisions that make you great? Go ahead and shoot.
All right. So I'm gonna start out with choice, right? So that's actually
Gotcha.
something that I say. Greatness is a choice, right? That's actually my outro on all of my videos. Greatness is a choice. I
Yeah.
challenge you to choose greatness today, right? And the reason why that is the slogan or the statement is because behind Jesus Christ and there being breath in your lungs, choice is the strongest thing that we have as humans. That's what God gave us, right? No other creation has choice. A dog is going to run as fast as it can run. See a car is going to chase a car, right? A tree is going to grow as high as it can grow, but we have choice, right? So choice is the strongest thing that we've been given outside of life and Jesus, right? So that's why I say choice. Greatness is the highest expression of yourself, period. It's the highest expression of yourself. So the moment you start trying to be like somebody else, you step out of greatness.
Wow.
So you have to choose to be the highest expression of yourself. Whether you're talking to somebody, forgiving somebody, facing your doubts, facing your fears, overcoming obstacles, greatness is a choice because it's the highest expression of yourself. And then the today part, you only have the 24 hours that are in front of you. You can't live tomorrow today. And so every time you try to focus on tomorrow, every time you get to tomorrow, it's always today. So use the strongest thing that God has given you to manifest the highest expression of yourself with the time that you have in front of you. So choose greatness today. And I understand that when you choose greatness today, that's when you get to the point where greatness is no longer an idea. It becomes something that you're willing to pay the price for. So the cost of greatness, right? Like we talked about, right? Because there is a cost on greatness, right? And I'm gonna let you answer that question because we've been talking about it, right? I asked the question the other day, why do people not pay the cost when it comes to greatness?
Yeah.
You tell me, what is the cost of greatness? What does that look like?
Anytime you think about cost, you think about something that you're taking from yourself and giving it to someone else for a gain, right? So when I go Walmart, they tell me how, or I see the price on the label, and then they ring it up, and after the taxes, because it's always more than what the label says. After the taxes, they give me the actual price with taxes. And what I do, I take something from myself, give to the cashier to receive something for myself, and I pay whatever it costs for the game. Right? We're gonna go over because this is so good. So now I just gained something, but I also lost something in the process of gaining something.
Yeah.
I didn't get the product and my money.
Yeah.
I didn't get the projector and my $25 or $60 or whatever I spent on the product.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I believe the reason why they don't understand the cost of greatness, because they want to keep something and get something at the same time.
That's good. Wow.
And when you understand cost, you got to remember you got to give up something to get something. So when I say the cost of greatness, what do you got to give up? A lot of people don't want to choose greatness because of the cost of it.
That's good.
A lot of people don't want to choose greatness because what am I giving up to get that?
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people don't get married.
Man, it's really interesting, right? So two things. That was phenomenal. I'm gonna use that analogy you just used about the cashier. I'm definitely using that. Appreciate it. So I'll let you know right now I'm using it. Right? It was phenomenal. So one of the things that I say to people, right, and this is a part of my sales background, right? Price is only an issue in the absence of value. The moment you start valuing the highest expression of yourself enough, right? The moment you start valuing your peace enough, the moment you start valuing your sanity enough, the moment you start valuing your confidence, the moment you start valuing your hope, the moment you start valuing your life, what God is giving you, the breath in your lungs, your health, whatever it is, your finances, your credit score, when the moment your wife, the moment you start valuing whatever it is enough, you now are willing to pay the price for it. It doesn't matter what it is, right? I'm not a gamer. You cannot convince me to pay $700 or $800 for any video game. But I see kids all the time save their money and they're willing to go pay $700 or $800 on a video game, and they will pay their very last dime because they have found the value in it, so they will pay the price. In life, whenever you realize that the value is there, the price is no longer an issue. You will find a way to pay the price whenever the value raises to that level, right? And then here's the second thing that I was getting ready to say. Change only occurs, right? Watch this. Change only occurs when you give too much.
Wow.
Okay?
That's right.
So the analogy you just gave about going into the cashier. If it costs $10 and you give her $10, is she going to give you change?
Wow. No.
No, because you gave her exactly the amount, right?
That's right.
If you gave her $9, is she going to give you change if it costs 10?
No, because I didn't even give her enough.
She's also going to ask you for more money.
That's right.
Right? So for a lot of people, they're frustrated in this season of their life or in seasons of their life because they're not seeing change. It's because they haven't given enough.
Wow.
But change only occurs when you give too much. So you give too much and then they give you change back.
Yeah.
And that is the reason why God is looking for change in our life, because when he gave Jesus, he gave too much.
Wow.
He gave more than what was needed. And so he's looking for change in our lives. He's looking for a return because he gave more than what it costs. Right?
Yeah.
And I say that because in life, a lot of the time we're looking to give the bare minimum. Yeah. Right? What is the minimum amount that I can give so I can get the maximum return?
Wow.
That ain't greatness. Greatness is saying, what is the requirement? Let me give that and push the envelope to give more so that I can really see what my potential is.
Yeah.
I want to see what's really inside of me. I want to see what I'm really capable of. Yeah. And when we get to the point in life where we really start tapping into our real potential, right? Because at the end of the day, your full capacity is not equivalent to your full potential. Wow. You can be at your full capacity and not even be touching your full potential.
That's right. That's right.
But when we operate at our full capacity, right? I got to look back and say, why is my full capacity not my full potential? It could be something that I'm watching that's taking up a part of my capacity. Who am I talking to? What conversations am I having that's taking up part of my capacity? I need to remove those things out so my capacity becomes my potential. Then I can really manifest my greatness at the highest extent.
And greatness is on, and I got to end with this because we kind of went over time, and I appreciate every single thing you said, bro. But I got to end with this, and you might have something to add. But
go ahead.
Greatness is always mixed up with convenience on the level I'm on.
Facts.
All the time.
Huge facts. All I'm gonna say is, hey, listen. What I am gonna say is, greatness is a choice. I challenge you to choose greatness today.
Today. I
Facts.
where my camera was.
Facts.
Today.
Facts.
Bro, thank you. Thank you for everything you do for the community. Thank you for what you do for the people of God. Thank you for always choosing greatness and showing us what it looked like.
Oh, and I got a book coming out too.
So, all right, bro. Huh?
I got a book coming out too.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
I just finished writing the book.
I'm gonna have to bring you back.
Oh, do you think? Yeah, absolutely.
Bring you back for the promotion.
Amen.
Man. God bless you, man. Have a good night.
Yes, sir.
So, y'all, that show though was great. It was greatness. We talked about change. We talked about all kind of stuff. And I want y'all to choose greatness today. I want y'all to be better than we ever been in our life. And please understand, time is running out. So we don't really have time to be acting like it's not important, right? So God bless y'all. I hope y'all was encouraged. Please like this video. Please share this video. Please go follow Jermaine Gaines. Please go follow him. He's doing some great things. Follow me as I follow Christ. All right. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.